My first two tattoos on human skin, other than my own, were on two 13-year-old children, not mine. I am one of those ill-advised deviants, 41F, learning to tattoo from YouTube videos on an Amazon tattoo machine, although I've worked hard to make sure sanitization comes first because I've seen the aftermath of infected tattoos, and I bought some good quality black ink separately. I mostly got the machine, because there are so many small simple tattoos I want to get. I would rather save my money doing the simple ones myself and getting the bigger, more complex ones professionally done. So my intention was not to really work on other people. I started on practice skins and finally felt comfortable trying one on myself last week. It turned out fine, but I had trouble getting the depth right, and I mentioned this to my friend. She offered to let me practice on her, so we made arrangements for me to come by Friday. I showed up Friday with all my supplies, and as I was setting up, two of her kids were sitting around watching me. She came in and told them, what did I say? They jumped up and ran to the laundry room, so I laughed, asking, how'd you manage to get those kids to do laundry? There are 5 of them, so the laundry really sucks. That's when she told me. She made a deal with the 2 oldest kids, both 13, that if they did the laundry, they could each get a tattoo. You guys. My jaw was on the floor. I never ever thought I'd be in a position where I was faced with the prospect of giving 2 children their first tattoos. These kids love me, so I didn't want to be the asshole to tell them no, and in my state, it's apparently legal to tattoo minors with the parents' permission. I don't think I've ever Googled something so fast. Then, their mom, my friend, decided to cook dinner and had them go first. So the first and second tattoos I did on anyone other than myself ended up being on 13-year-old children. One of them got a cross on his leg and the other got her first initial with a cross together on her stomach. They turned out okay. Thankfully, they were simple, and the kids were troopers and didn't cry or anything. But I feel really guilty, knowing they're going to have to live with these mediocre tattoos for the rest of their lives. Then, today, my worst nightmare happened. The girl texted me letting me know her friends loved her tattoo and now they all want one. Now I'm having to tell her no. I'm not tattooing another literal child, even if their parents say it's okay. I'm not trying to go to jail for this. I'm pretty sure the charge for tattooing a minor is written like unlawful penetration or something too, so I'm extra not trying to get charged for this. I am kind of upset with my friend for putting me in this position, but I guess if she's fine with it, then I need to get over it. It just felt so wrong. Wow, it feels better to get it out. Thanks for letting me share. And now for the next story. A morbid curiosity led me to drink a bit of my grandmother's ashes. I've got something heavy on my chest that I need to share. It's a bizarre and unsettling experience that I never thought I'd find myself in, and I figured you guys might have some thoughts on it. So, my grandma, we call her Mama, passed away years ago when I was just 12. It hit me hard, and the grief stuck with me, leading to some serious bouts of depression. Fast forward to now, and my mum has entrusted me with keeping Mama's urn in my room. I've even made a little shrine in her memory. Recently, my mom moved across the states, and I'm planning to visit her next week. She asked me to bring some of Mama's ashes to spread in a nearby river close to her new place. This is the first time I've laid hands on the urn since her cremation. I'm a pretty spiritual person, and I've always had this irrational fear that touching the urn would somehow bring bad luck or judgment. But I needed to take some ashes with me, so I opened it up and poured a bit into a tightly sealed jar. Now, here's where it gets weird. To measure out the portion, I used a smaller cup, and a residue film was left in the jar. In my heightened emotional state and morbid curiosity, when I went to rinse out the jar, I took a few sips from the murky water. After putting the urn back in its place, I can't bring myself to look in Mama's direction. The guilt hit me like a ton of bricks. I feel conflicted like a kid who accidentally broke something valuable. I'm questioning if I overreacted or if what I did was truly messed up. Part of me wishes I never went through with it and just told my mum I couldn't fulfill her wish. The other part is dealing with the aftermath of this seemingly immoral act. Almost like a twisted form of cannibalism, if you can even call it that. I'm lost, confused, and thrown back into the depths of grief as if my long-gone mama has risen from the dead to haunt me for this stupid action. It feels better now that I have been able to vent about this bizarre situation. Thanks for listening to my strange confession.